What's going on? Nah, where's my lights? Hey, what's going on, guys? Jamo TV HD. Fam, look, my desk is looking empty, but I'm going to show you 3 quick ways under £45 you can pimp it up to the maximum RGB looking thing. Let's go. So guys, we'll start off with one of the cheapest things that we got here. This is the RGB gaming mouse pad. Now, I wasn't actually looking for a mouse pad, I was looking for an RGB mouse, and this thing came up, and I didn't even know RGB gaming mouse pads were a thing, but at $16.99 you can't really go wrong. Now this one's from Hookman or HC Man. RGB LED backlit effects, 10 lighting modes, optimum size apparently. I'll put the dimensions in the description section below, and obviously USB powered. And what it is it's a mouse mat, and it's got an RGB trim all the way around the edges. Now, obviously, as you can see, this is not the size of your normal mouse mats. It's a lot larger, so it can fit the entirety of your desk in most situations, which means you don't have to be finicky about where you place it. Kind of place it in the middle of your desk, and you can put both your keyboard and your mouse on the mouse mat. And it's nice to rest on as well. Now, this is where you plug the micro USB in. It does come with a micro USB. I didn't show you guys that. There you go. Just a basic thing, to be honest. You've probably got lots of these lying around the yard. But you basically plug that into here, and then you plug the other part either into your laptop or just into any USB power supply. And this is the button you use to switch the lighting modes. So this is the setup without the RGB mouse mat. And this is the setup with just the mouse mat installed. Now already, fam, the RGB levels are there. And there's 10 different lighting modes. With each press of the button here, you can choose like a different solid color. And I think when we get to the end, there's like some color switching colors. I think, is it here? There we go. See, it's doing, let me turn off the light so you guys can see what's going on. It's doing a little color switching thing right there. Or we got a little mad thing going on like this as well. Or you can just turn it off completely kind of thing. So yeah, that's what you got basically, but I like this kind of breathing where it's just going through the color spectrum. Next up, we got the Deluxe M618 RGB vertical mouse. We got 5 adjustable DPIs from 800 to 4000, 6 buttons on there, removable wrist rest, and of course, it's RGB and wired. So yeah, let's pop this thing open. Now there's a lot of RGB mice for a lot less than $19.99, but obviously this is a vertical mouse, which means it's got a mad shape to it, and it's supposed to help you fight off that early onset carpal tunnel kind of thing. And it just looks groovy. Like, I've got this on the desk at work, and my colleagues are constantly like, yo, what is going on with that mouse? That mouse is wild. But yeah, you hold it like this, kind of like a claw grip, and you know, you do your thing. Now, as you've seen in here, you've also got the little wrist rest mount kind of thing. You kind of snap this onto the bottom here. I think you snap it onto the bottom here. Let me try that. There we go. Wait, are we there? Yeah, we're there. So now you'll be resting your wrist on this bit here, or resting your kind of resting your thumb palm bit, that bit there on that bit there, as you can see. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Let me just get it plugged in so you guys can see what's really good. You've got 2 buttons here, got 1 button here, 1 button here, and this is a scroll wheel. Plus you can click it as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does the scrolling count as 6? I guess. There we go. 6 programmable buttons. Anyway, let's get this plugged in so I can show you guys what's good. Now guys, you may notice that as soon as you plug this in, even though it's installed and working on the PC, it may not be lit up. So you have to press this little button down here. Okay, no, I lied. That's the button for the DPI change. You actually have to press this on-off button down here. And there we go. We should have some RGB. Let me just turn the light down so you guys can see what's going on. Now, you can't really program what lights you see on this RGB, or you can't really choose for it to be a solid color. It will always be doing this, which is a bit of a bummer. I do like a bit of customization, but we can all admit that it just looks lit the way it's doing what it's doing right now. So that can sit on the RGB mat and just look right at home straight away. Next up, guys, is this Yoso RGB mechanical gaming keyboard. Now, fam, I've been looking at a lot of I've been looking at a lot of keyboards on Amazon because a lot of them say mechanical feel, which means they're actually a normal membrane keyboard with a mechanical feel. They're not actually mechanical switches underneath the keys. And a lot of them say RGB, but they're actually just lights underneath each key, individual lights. So this part of the keyboard will always stay red, and this part of the keyboard will always stay whichever color it is. A real RGB keyboard can have any button or any key turn any color in the RGB spectrum kind of thing. So it can be red, green, yellow, blue, whatever it needs to be, fam. So you need to kind of look out for that when you're buying a keyboard. Make sure every key can be a different color kind of thing. And yeah, so that's what we got going on here. This one's $34.99. There are cheaper versions all over Amazon, but this one really caught my eye because of the circular design of the keys. And I'll just show you what's going on right here, right now. Boom, fam. This is mad a lie. Fam, look at that keyboard right there, fam. Bruv. This is legit, and yeah. Damn, look at the blue switches underneath them as well. So I was reading a little bit about switches the other day. I didn't realize there were so many different kinds of switches. Like there's a blue switch, a brown switch, and a black switch. We've got two little rubber stands with little rubber, got like little rubber plates on the back there to give them a bit more traction when they're on the desk. Let's get it plugged in. So guys, I've just plugged it in now and it looks kind of cool, but I've just realized that this is not actually an RGB keyboard. It's just an LED backlit keyboard. So apart from the keyboard, which I may or may not swap out, I'm very much happy with this RGB PC gaming setup for under £100. You know, it's very easy to go onto Razer, Asus, ROG and spend over £80 on a keyboard alone, let alone another £80 on a mouse. And I didn't even know that RGB mouse mats were a thing, but this is just to show you that you can get these things under £50, probably even under £45 if you went for a cheaper mouse option and a cheaper keyboard option. But yeah, I'll put all the links to where you can cop these in the description section below. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Jamo out.